Hello and welcome to vlog number 22. This week is dominated largely by miniature painting because of the challenge I set myself and then randomly opened up to all of you for painting a miniature or finishing a miniature a day, at least one a day during April. Now that's meant that most of my hobby time has been taken up doing that, and also preparing for the next Battle Games of Middle Earth video, which is coming out Tuesday after this, which doesn't get featured on my hobby vlogs. You'll just have to wait another couple of days to see that, and that is going very well and is nearly completed. Now I've got lots of other ideas for projects. I'm not just going to be painting miniatures all of April, and you'll be able to see those as they come out over the vlogs. But for this one, if you're not into miniature painting, I'm very sorry, that's pretty much what's going to be shown. So I'll stop rambling now and I will invite you to enjoy the rest of this video, and I will see you again at the end. This fix has gone in place correctly, so now what I'm doing is I'm going to be very carefully putting it back in place. So what that will involve is getting my gator glue and applying it on the wall here. There we are, that's better, that's come out now, that'll make it easier. Applying it to this end. Now this will almost certainly spill out, but I'll be able to trim that down. So it's going to be done in two stages. First of all, I'm going to do what you're watching now, which will be to put that in there. And then when that is in place and glued, I will then come in down here and turn this on its upside down, put another little bit of polystyrene there and glue and paint that. So what I'm going to need to do here is actually put a spreader on. Now I'll be back in a second when I have fiddled with my clamp to make this work. So what you can see is I have turned this clamp backwards into a spreader. What I'm now going to do is get that in the right place, and this will just mean that there is pressure, which is what you need for the gator glue to work. So there we are. So now I'm going to leave that, and as I say, later on I'll come back and I will do something to fix the bottom of it. So yes, this is going to work okay. I think I'm going to be able to recover this, thankfully. So I'm back in room 13, as I've said, and this evening you can see in the background I have the extras from The Hobbit to watch, and I am going to be finishing up painting the goddess and the cultists that I nearly finished the night. I'm going to be sitting here and I'm going to get them completed because tomorrow is the deadline for all of this. It needs to be done. I'm not going to leave the camera running for two reasons. One, I'm not feeling all that great and tired, so I'm probably just going to get this done as quick as I can. And two, I want to watch that, and if I'm watching that I can't be filming. The other thing I'm going to be painting up are my vultures. I have 6 of these and I'm going to be painting them up as well. So we'll come back onto camera at the end of the evening and show you how I've done. But for now, I'm going to watch some appendices on the Hobbit extras and paint some miniatures. I almost forgot to shoot this. I was just heading out the door to go to bed. So I finished her, done some washes, painted the handles on the swords and done a few highlights on her hair, and I'm very, very pleased. And I've done the same on the cultists, so I have done my washes on them and they're looking very well indeed, and you will see them, there'll be photographs of them very close up when I do the temple build video, so you'll see some close-ups of them. And then because I had a little bit of time and I was feeling a little bit more in progress, I did this little fella, which is one of my battle companies, and then almost forgot these as well. They're going to need to be put some washes, and the beak's going to need to be done, but that's going to be the final thing to get painted and done tomorrow morning first thing, so they can be stuck on. I'm going to put 2 hidden away on the temple and keep 4 back for when I do the route, so the hill that the temple is sitting on. There'll be some vultures spread around there. So yeah, it's been a good evening. I finished the DVDs, the DVD of extras as well while I was watching, so that was good. I'll be back with something else later on. I'm quite tired now, so I'm rambling, so I'll shut up. Here we are. It's done. The temple is complete. Yesterday evening, Angela helped me out with the camera and we had the light, and we took a load of photographs, which I will pop at the end of this video so that you can see, and I'm just blown away. I'm so pleased with how well it's turned out. It's obviously very large, but it's very easy to maneuver around because it's split in 2 down the middle and it's in 3 sections each, so there's 6 sections here. Some of the stuff I've learned has been brilliant. It's not gone perfectly, it's not quite well structured in terms of lining up and what have you, which is a bit of an annoyance. But the sand application is brilliant. I'm going to use that again, certainly for the rest of the board when I build it. The casting has gone really well. I really enjoyed learning how to use plaster casting for in phyllo molds, which I didn't know I could do. It was an experiment, and that's working well. And now, actually, as it happens, I'm doing some for Rosie's bedroom. She loves bees, so I'm casting some bees to put on the wall. So that's also helped my real life. Not that this isn't real life, of course. These are real figures, and everything's real on this board. I do want to play a game. I think it'd be great fun to play on this table, and I'll try to get a game done and put it on the channel if possible. Don't know when that'll be. Lots of plans, but we shall see. I've got more time now. I'm not working anymore, what with the coronavirus. But yeah, we're going to try and get a game on it, and we'll see how well it plays. But it's just perfect. It's been so much fun. I don't know whether I've won the challenge. I've not even looked. I don't expect to, but it isn't about the winning, it's about the taking part, and what fun this has been to take part in. I have had such a lot of fun making this model, and doesn't it look glorious? I mean, I'm blown away. I hope you've enjoyed it. Pop any comments if you want to below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and any suggestions, what you think I might be able to do differently or improve on it. But yeah, I'm very pleased personally, so I hope that you've enjoyed it as well. It's that time. We're going to play another game. And we're going to play the first game with my battle company, which if I zoom in there, you can see stood in front of what's standing in for the prancing pony at the moment on my table. This is the Kana Chameleons, which is a Kana battle company led by George Michael, obviously, with Prince and Boy George and David Bowie, and you get the idea. I'll be back at the end of the game to let you know how it went. I'm not going to film this, that's not the purpose, but it's good to get back on the table and to see some of the terrain which you might recognise, including the trees on the right there, which were from one of my battle games in Middle-earth, and the walls for battle games in Middle-earth, and at the back you've got the field, and you've got the shed that is mostly hidden by one of the MDF buildings. And there's some old terrain of mine on there as well, some of that hedge at the back, and also some of those ruins that are at the front left, so there's some quite old terrain. So yeah, I will be back at the end of this game to let you know how it goes. I'm really looking forward to playing, and hopefully I will do as well as Angela did when her battle company escaped unscathed. Well, that was a lot of fun, a really fun game. I'm actually shooting this quite a couple of days later because I got very busy and forgot to shoot the after-match report. However, I can tell you that I managed to get through. I thought I'd lost a model dead, Bernard Sumner. However, I was misreading the rules and rolled the wrong number of dice. So fortunately, all but one has got through. One of them will be missing the next game, but that's fine. I managed to recruit an additional Haradrim warrior with bow, which is Freddie Mercury, and he is already painted now as I record this. And also my leader has managed to get himself a horse, which is proving a little bit of a stress in my mind because I now need to convert up a Watcher of Kana to be riding a horse. And not just that, I need to make him look like Boy George. So yeah, anyway, it was a really good fun game. It was close. I had to get off this board edge and I got trapped very much, didn't really get priority at all in the game, and I was really grinding my way down through, and then eventually eventually my heroes did very well, and all of them got 5 XP by all the kills they did, and so all of them managed to get onto a path. I've got a path of the warrior, I've got a path of the ranger, and I think that David Bowie has gone for path of the sorcerer. So yeah, it was a good game, really good game. I'm going to need to do some converting before we can play again, and hopefully that won't be very much time now, so hopefully I'll get that done soon. Day 1 of my finish at least a miniature a day challenge that I've set myself, and randomly and completely unplanned opened up to lots of people earlier today. I've been overwhelmed by the reaction. Actually, I've got a fair number of people saying they're going to join in. Not all of them doing exactly the same thing, but that's fine. The idea of this is to, well, inspire me and encourage me to do things. And if I can help and encourage and inspire some other people to get some miniatures painted, so 7 in 7 days, that kind of thing, or even just as many as I bloody well can, then I'm over the moon. So let's have a look at what I've got in front of me, what I'm going to be focusing on this evening. I'm not going to keep the camera running because I want to watch some more of the Hobbit extras. And also I'm not a very good painter, so watching me fail to paint well would not be great entertainment. So what we've got in front of us is we have the 2 battle companies that I need to paint up, and they're going to be my focus. That's what I'm going to be focusing on. So we have Bernard Sumner, who didn't do great today in the game, and we have Freddie Mercury, who was recruited today. So those are my priorities that I'm going to be focusing on, and what I would like to do is have them finished tonight. That's my aim. Across the rest of the board we have the Ruffians, so the Ruffian Heroes pack, including Bill Fernie. Funnily enough, just this evening I've been reading that section of the book from the Fellowship to my daughter as she went to sleep, so that's good. We have a whole load of Dunlendings, which I'll probably start to put some colours on, and here we have the Dunlending heroes as well. So the dude that cuts his hand and those sorts of things, can't remember their names. I've got the box over there, I could look, but whatever. And then here is, I can't remember his name, the little princeling. No, I don't have his packet over there. Theodred, that's it. So here we have Theodred. So I started his horse and started painting him up. So I'm going to put some colours on them, but I'm going to be focusing on that. So the way I'm going to work this is I'll paint something on this, and then while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'll do a little bit on one of these, and I'll come back, and my aim, as I say, is by the end of the night to show you these 2 completed. Now, if I can complete more, all good, because I have a pile of shame you wouldn't believe. So there we are. Let's see how well I do. I will see you at the end of the evening. So it's the end of day 1 of my challenge, and as you expect at the beginning of a challenge, I've pretty much smashed it. What have I done? So here we have, let me get right, this is what I've done for Freddie Mercury. And basically it's supposed to look like he's wearing kind of blue jeansy type things and a white t-shirt, as I found a picture of him. And this here is Bernard Sumner, and they're both done other than basing, and they're finished. So that's my challenge completed. However, not only did I do that, but I managed to get the Ruffian leaders done. So there's one of them, obviously not based, but that's fine, that's not part of the challenge. I will be basing everything all at once. And I've done 3 Ruffian leaders. These were actually begun. So I've managed to get them finished, and I'm very, very pleased with what they look like, actually. I've tried some different colours for different textures, so you can see the whips and the ropes are done different colours. And then at the end of the evening, I made a start on these were primed already, but I haven't put any actual colour on them, and I've just done a little bit of the chainmail on these Dunlending warriors. So that's 3. So probably tomorrow I'll be finishing those Dunlendings and carrying on with some other things as well. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Dunlendings here that are assembled, and I've also, as I've mentioned, got the Dunlending hero pack, which are just being assembled and haven't been primed, so they'll probably be done as well at some point soon. So it's been a good evening. It's been an entirety of my evening. I've not done anything else. I did other things I was going to do, but I got so enjoyment out of painting that yeah, I just stuck with it. And I know that there's even more people joining in this challenge, so this is very exciting to me to see that there are people getting stuck in and painting their pile of doom, half painted and unpainted miniatures, getting them done and getting them done during April. So thanks to everyone that's got in touch and who is doing this. It's brilliant to see. And here we have it, the finished product. It's looking really good. It's stuck down very well. PVA for the small items and gator glue for the larger items, and I'm very, very pleased with that. So that is completed, and we'll now go and get stuck up in Rosie's room. It will give us many years of pleasure to look at this and remember the holiday that we had. It was an absolutely fantastic holiday, and this is a beautiful way to remember it because I dived for each of these items when I was swimming every morning. Can't wait for CV to be over so that we can get back to Thassos and have another holiday. Day 2 of the challenge, and after the successes of yesterday, let's see how well I can do this evening. So, as I said yesterday, I have started 3 of the Dunlending Warriors, just putting some silver on them, and I'm going to try to get those 3 finished tonight and as many more as I can, to be honest, because I would like to move on. I might also get round to undercoating the Dunlending chieftain, the leaders, so I might do those, but that will be all, I think. I don't think I'll get much more than that done. I may prepare some more miniatures, but I do have a pile over there that I kind of started ages ago, so some hobbits and what have you that I probably should finish off. Sharky and Rogue I'd really like to finish off, and they're over there, and I've also got Gollum on Rock. So there may be a few more of the SBG miniatures that I do now before I crack on with the other stuff that I want to do. But then I might also decide to not do that and actually jump straight over to my Reaper miniatures. What I do want to say is that the reaction to this challenge, which I wasn't going to open up, as I said, to anyone, it was only going to be for me, the reaction to this challenge has blown me away. It's absolutely brilliant how many people are getting involved. I'm getting people sending me pictures, and I think probably at the end of the month I will be doing a summary video to show what has been sent to me and what has been achieved, and I'll put my pictures in there and any that you may want to send me. So if you do want to send me some pictures, get in touch via the comments, and I'll be more than happy to make contact with you and receive those pictures and put them in a video at the end of April. And thank you so much all for joining in with me on this excellent, fun challenge. I'm really pleased. I'm really enjoying it already, even though it's only day 2 and it might get long and tough this month, but we shall see. Right, let's get to it. I'll stop rambling now. I'm going to put my extras. This is Hobbit DVD 2 extras now, I'm on to. So I'm going to pop them on while I'm painting, and I will see you at the end of the evening. As you can tell, it is the morning after. Now that is because I painted until way too late last night, and I didn't want to do anything to camera just in case I woke anyone in the house. So I went straight to bed. Now I did achieve my target. Let me find the one that I completed. Yes, here we are. I got one that was totally done, including washes but no bases, as is the challenge. But on top of that, I got 7 others to varying states of completion. So the Bannerman, a couple of archers wearing shorts, not sure they'd be wearing shorts, but whatever. And yeah, so quite a lot of painting done last night. Was painting for about 4 hours, and I'm very, very pleased with how they came on. However, this morning I'm exhausted, so I'm not going to be painting that hard this evening for sure. However, I'm in a good place because what I can do is I can finish these off, and that will be my target achieved for today, which is one of the reasons why I said I wanted to do a complete one, so I don't just start and then stop, but also it doesn't put too much pressure on me and make it into a chore. So yeah, so this evening probably I will just finish one of them off, or maybe even during the day. That will be my task, and that will be my 3rd day completed, and a few other people are carrying on with me, I know that, which is amazing. So yeah, there we are. I thought I'd quickly come up after my morning cup of tea and update you, and we'll see how I get on today in this challenge. Today has been a super productive day for my painting, for my challenge. I have got all of these completed today. What you see in front of you there is 7 Dunlendings that are painted all to, including washes, but no basing, obviously. So now I have 8 Dunlendings to include the one that I did complete yesterday. I did put that, I'll pop that in now. I did put some time into some of these yesterday, but not all of them. I'm quite pleased with myself. I got stuck in early, and so I got a lot done. So yeah, so that's where I've got to. Very, very happy. I'm now heading to bed, and I will see what I can get completed tomorrow. I'm running out of partially done models, funnily enough. So yeah, I'm going to have to start a few more. Welcome to April the 4th, and the 4th day of my challenge. So what I'm going to do today, I'm a bit tired, so I'm going to be picking up some slightly different things, which is also part of why I'm doing this. I'm going to be trying to finish off a bunch of my 1/72 scale or 20mm scale miniatures. Now, I started these a long time ago, and they've been sat having nothing done to them for a very long time, and that is exactly what I'm trying to resolve. I have these German snipers, where from Zvezda, there's the box. There's 4 of them, which are on the bottle tops here, and there's the terrain that goes with them. But alongside that, I've got quite a lot of other things. So I've got some British troops here, which I'm painting up at the moment. I've got some British armour here and other bits and pieces which needs to be finished off. So there's quite a lot of stuff on here. I've got some Germans. There's an MG42 on a tripod from Grubby Tanks. There's quite a few bits and pieces on this tray which needs to be finished off. So I'm going to be focusing on getting probably these 4 here and put onto the base, which is already done. The bases are basically done. So I'll be looking at gluing them on so that they're finished and getting as much of everything else done as possible. On top of that, I'm going to be preparing the project that I'll be doing after that. So this is for my friend Ryan. He is writing a rule set called Songs of War, which is absolutely brilliant. I've been helping him out with doing some proofreading, which I need to do a little bit more of. But it's a very small scale skirmish game. And so I'm going to be playtesting it and doing some battle reports on it as well, and maybe writing some stuff about it. So what I've done is I've got these 6 dwarves for Angela, and I've got some cave girls and jungle things and huntresses and what have you. And these are all from Reaper Miniatures. I've got a big pile of them because before all this kicked off, I was gathering loads of miniatures together so I could make something for every single faction he's discussed. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to pause buying for a little bit. But I have got loads to do anyway, so I'm going to start. I washed these last night, and I'm going to prep these and prime these ready to start painting in the next day or so after I've completed my project to get my German and British troops ready so that I can play Chain of Command. So I will report back at the end of the day, whenever that is, to show what I've done and what progress I've made, and I hope that everyone out there is really enjoying this challenge. This will be the final update for this week on the vlog, but of course it will be going all the way through April. So yeah, I hope everyone is enjoying the challenge and keeping up, and if they're not, don't worry about it, just do as much as you can and get whatever unpainted miniatures you can, get them finished off. This is going to involve a little bit of shaky cam, so apologies in advance. However, what you can see over there is a tray full of completed miniatures. I mean, I don't know how many there are there, 20, something like that. I'm very pleased with myself. I managed to finish all the snipers, which are top corner, so let me just zoom in on them. So you've got the 4 snipers at the top there, but then I had a bunch of other stuff that needed to be touched up a bit, a couple of bits of green, not much, and then a load of washes. So it didn't take me all that long, but they're done now. I just need to finish the basing, and that's going to be a part of the end of the month. I'll sweep through, or if I get to, I'm waiting for something. A lot of them are mostly based. What I've also done, zooming back out very slowly so I don't make you sick, and then we will pan down. And then we'll zoom back in again. What you can see here is I'm working on the Reaper miniatures. So these are the dwarves and also the other like cave wild creature type things. So they're now being stuck down onto 25mm bases, apart from this one here, which is going to be on, which is a saber-toothed tiger, and that will be on, that's gone on a bigger base, on a horse base, a normal horse base. They do come on pudding bases. I've decided to leave them on the pudding base, but also stick them to the 25mm. I might regret that, but for now, that's how it is. If I need to, I can always take them off, strip the pudding base off and stick them onto another round one. But yeah, it's been a good day. That is me done. I'm going to have an early finish on hobbying. It's still daylight here, but I'm going to have an early night tonight. I've been pushing it too hard, so having got that done during the day has been a real bonus. So there we are. Well, there you are. That's the end of the video. Another short one, but it's been a really good week. I've really enjoyed this painting challenge I've set myself, and I've been really stoked to see how many people have joined in, as you can probably tell from the clips. I forgot actually quite how much I'd done that wasn't painting miniatures at the beginning of the week, including fixing up the snake temple, which worked well. It's a shame that the footage was missed, but it went how I said. Basically, I was able to use the spreader to hold it in place and then glue the bottom bit in, and then I applied the grout and sand mix, or the grout and dirt mix, and covered it all over, and I got that done in time and managed to enter the challenge. And wouldn't you know, let's raise a big pint of tea to the beard clipper, because against all odds and completely out of the blue, I won the challenge. I mean, I just built that to play on and used it as an excuse to motivate me to get it done quickly. But yeah, apparently the people that judged it liked it, and wow, so there we are. First thing I've won for a very long time, and I was stoked and over the moon, because the other entries were all wonderful and awesome, and I didn't think I had a chance. So there we are, I won that. I'll wrap that up now, and I'm going to get on with some more hobbying while I've got a little bit of time, and I will close off by thanking you so much for watching and for joining me. And I want to say again, I hope everyone out there is keeping safe, well and healthy. There is a very good community growing, and well, there's always been a very good community, but the community has grown into this challenge. And so if you're finding yourself bored or isolated or wanting to talk to someone or whatever, then there's all sorts of communities on Facebook and on Discord. If you're unsure about how to get hold of them, give me a shout, and I'll be more than happy to welcome you and introduce you around. And then you can, while in this isolation, you don't need to be isolated, and that's really, really important to say. So thanks again for watching. Don't forget to follow, ding the bell so that you're told whenever YouTube decides to tell you that one of my videos has gone live. And let's raise that toast to you guys. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers. I lost my train of thought then. Cheers.